Hey socialites, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Ariell. I create beauty videos, a little bit of fashion, as well as lifestyle vlogs. So be sure to hit the subscribe button so you too can become a socialite. So today's video is going to be my favorite two products in every category. So I'm going to start off with primer. My number one favorite primer at the moment is the MAC Studio Radiance Primer. It's one of those primers that just makes your skin look radiant, supple, and a bit of a glow. It's not mattifying at all, although it does control oil. I know that sounds, kind of different. You typically think about a primer mattifying. This does not mattify. It makes your skin look radiant, but it does control oil. Even if you have oily skin, it's not going to make you oily, if that makes any sense. It's very unique. I enjoy it. And the next primer is going to be the Fenty True Matte Primer. As you can see, I'm down to just the last little bit. I've been using this for a couple years now, and it's a really good primer. It mattifies you and it helps your skin to look really, really smooth. It does a good job at filling in fine lines and pores. Next category is going to be liquid foundation. You guys already know, if you know me, my number one favorite foundation is the Haus Labs foundation from Lady Gaga. This one's really good. The color match is great. I wear the color 385 medium neutral. Just gives you a smooth, even look to the skin. It looks gorgeous. It's not too matte. It's not too luminous. It's just like that perfect in between. Doesn't make you oily. I think it works for every single skin type as well. And my next favorite liquid foundation, it would have to be a Charlotte Tilbury foundation. I love most of her foundations, but the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin foundation is probably my favorite foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. Whenever I wear it, I just feel so beautiful. It makes my skin very radiant and just super smooth and even. Next category is going to be powder foundation. So my number one powder foundation is a newer foundation. Actually, over the past couple months, I've tried several powder foundations, and these two just really stood out to me. The number one would have to be the Makeup Forever powder foundation. It just makes your skin look so beautiful. There's no way you can't tell it wasn't a liquid. That's how smooth it is. It doesn't get oily, and the color looks so amazing on my skin tone. It just has a beautiful satin type finish. It's so pretty, and I like the fact that with these powder foundations, it's just like a one-step type situation. That's like an added bonus. And then the next one is also a newer one, which is the Tarte Amazonian Clay powder foundation. You guys, the color matches really nice as well. It doesn't give you that satin finish that the Makeup Forever one does. This one's a little bit more matte than that, and it doesn't have as much coverage as the Makeup Forever one, but it doesn't leave the skin oily at all. You stay matte for a good long while, and it just makes the skin look really nice and smooth. Next category is gonna be concealer. So my number one favorite concealer is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. Absolute favorite, holy grail for sure. The color is so beautiful. I love the color. I wear 6.5G Brittle. I use it to highlight with. It blends like a dream. It's one of those concealers that you don't have to put on and let wait for like a minute before you blend. You can literally blend it as soon as you apply it, and you don't have to worry about losing the coverage. It's so buttery and creamy and even. You know how some concealers you put on and it's almost like you have to kind of work in sections to make sure it's smooth. You can blend this any kind of way, and it's still gonna be so smooth and even on the skin. It's just a great product. And then the next favorite concealer for me now is one of my new favorite concealers, which is the Forever Skin Correct from Dior. This one is really good, full coverage as well. It's another concealer that you don't have to wait for it to dry to blend it out. It is gorgeous. I find myself reaching for this almost every time I do my makeup at this point. Next category is face powders. Now these are the face powders that you set all over your skin. My number one favorite face powder would have to be the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder. I wear it in the color dark. Now I've been wearing this particular powder for probably I know about 12 years now, maybe 10 to 12 years. It's a really good powder. It allows the skin to look very radiant and luminous and natural. It's not super matte, so when you go in the sun, it reflects in a way to resemble natural skin. It photographs so well that I even use it on my clients. And the next powder is going to be a newer powder. I've been using this since it came out a few months ago, which is the NARS Soft Matte Advanced powder. I do wear the color Offshore, and you guys, I'm wearing it today. It just gives you a smooth, even complexion. Now this one has more coverage than the MAC one, but it's really pretty. If I'm using a foundation like a skin tint or a foundation that's like a light to medium coverage, I like to go in with this, and it just really looks amazing. It photographs very well. Although it's supposed to be 2 in every category, I had to mention this for powders as well. This one is the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. This one is a really good face powder too. It comes close to the other two, but this one is different. This one doesn't really deposit that much coverage, and that's why I like it. When you want one of those looks where you don't feel like you're too made up, when you don't want to go out and look like you just have a full face of makeup but you're wearing foundation, you want it to set right, and you don't want it to get oily because you have on a liquid or a cream, but you don't want to pack on too many products where it's giving you that beat face. This is what you need. It's just really sheer, but it helps to set the foundation and just gives you a more polished, finished look. Next category is going to be my under eye powders. Now these are the powders that I just use just to set under eye. Number 1 is going to have to be the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I wear the color number 2 under eye. You guys, this is a staple. Every single time I do my makeup, I don't care how I do my makeup or what I'm wearing, this is going to go under eye. It just makes it a little bit more smooth and polished and put together. It's not too heavy, and you don't have to worry about applying too much. And next up is going to be the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. Now this is the Ultra Blur formula. I really like this to set under eyes, and it does just that. It blurs under eye, and it just helps it to look really smooth, and it photographs very well. Next up is blush, you guys. So my favorite blush is going to have to be the Dior Rosy Glow blush. It just, on camera, y'all, it looks so muted out pink, but it's really a poppin' pink. It's so hard for the color to show up on camera, y'all, but this is a beautiful pink. You would think that this is something that you can't use on African American skin tones, but it's quite the opposite. It looks so pretty, soft and ethereal. I love it. And the next one is going to have to be a staple, which is my MAC powder blush in the color Format. This is a beautiful bronzy, almost reddish tone blush. It looks beautiful when you wear a red lip or nude. It helps your skin to look really radiant, gorgeous on African American skin tones. Cream contour is next up. I would have to say one of my favorite cream contours is going to have to be the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. I do wear the color 310. It's super creamy and easy to blend. You guys, I absolutely love it. It's just an effortless product. Next is the Tarte Sculpt Tape Contour Wand. This one's really good as well. This is probably my number 1 favorite. I've been using it since it came out maybe 4 or 5 months ago. You guys, this is so easy to blend. It's just like you're blending water. That's how easy it is to blend. And you guys know blending contour can be a bit of a job. It makes the job so easy. I love it. Next category is going to be bronzers. My number 1 favorite bronzer is going to be the Absolute Pro Bronzer from Absolute New York. I wear the color dark in this formula. It's so beautiful. It gives the skin the most radiant look. It has tiny little golden reflex. It doesn't stand out a lot inside, but when you go outside, the way the sun hits the face and when the light hits your face, it just gives you you almost look, I can't even hardly, it just looks like summertime bronzy goddess. This is absolutely what a bronzer should do for the skin. It just makes such a difference and gives you an elevated look, but then understated at the same time. I love it. And the next bronzer is actually a powder that I just spoke about, which is the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder, you guys. Not only do I set my foundation with this, I use it as a bronzer. So this one's in the color Ebony. It's a couple shades darker than my skin tone, and I like to use this to bronze, and it just gives you a very natural looking bronze look. I love this one as well. The next category is lip liners. My number one favorite lip liner is going to be Cork lip liner from MAC, you guys. It is a medium tone brown that looks beautiful with your nudes and your pinks. It's understated on my skin tone, but it makes a statement at the same time. So when you want a soft look for your lips and nothing too heavy, it's just the perfect medium tone brown. And then the next one is going to have to be the Makeup Forever lip liner in the color Limitless brown. So as you can see, that one's a bit deeper, but it can still give you a natural look without being too harsh. Beautiful. You can wear this with your pinks, your nudes. You can even get away with it with some of your reds. This is a really good color lip liner for deeper skin tones. Next category is lipsticks, and I've broken it down to my nude colors and then my reds. So my top two favorite neutral lip colors is going to be Charlotte Tilbury's lipstick in the color Pillow Talk. Beautiful color, looks good on every single skin tone. It's so smooth and easy to apply. The quality is amazing. It's just that, let me go ahead and swatch it for you. So that's what it looks like. It's just a beautiful natural pinky nude color. And the next one is, I guess you could call it neutral, but it has a little bit of color to it, and it's the NARS Power Matte lipstick in the color Freebird. I'm gonna put it on this side. So it's a neutral color, but it does have like a orangey undertone to it, but it's a color that you can definitely wear every day, wear to the office, and still get away with it being in the neutral family. It's really smooth. It gives you a soft matte pouty look to the lips. It's a really nice color. So now the top two red lipsticks for me is going to be the Feel So Grand liquid lipstick from MAC. I've been using this since it came out, probably like, I want to say about 8 years ago. You guys, the most beautiful, super pigmented, doesn't transfer, stays all day, true blue undertone red. Really nice on African American skin tones. And then another and the second favorite red is another MAC lipstick, which is Ruby Woo. It's just a very iconic red right here. It's super ultra matte. That one is always going to be a staple for me. Next category is going to be lip glosses. So my number one favorite lip glosses is going to be the NYX butter glosses. I probably have these in every color that they make. My favorite color is this one here, which is Madeline. I wear this all the time with almost any color. The formula is great. It's really smooth and even, and the price point is insane. It's like $5, you guys, and when I tell you all the colors are bomb, love. And then my second favorite glosses are going to be the Dior glosses. These are really good too. Super smooth, super even. They almost even out on its own. It's just a beautiful, great quality lip gloss, and this is the color J Adore, which is my favorite color in the formula. Next up is eyeshadow, you guys. So y'all probably already know what's my favorite eyeshadow. These are probably like the only two I really use on my tutorials, which is the Visionary palette from Patrick Starr. It's just has all the essential colors plus some fun colors thrown in there. I've been using this palette for like 2 years. It's really good. It gets the job done, and the price point is really great. And then the NARS Orgasm palette. Now I've been reaching for this since it came out. I'm one that just sticks to one eyeshadow palette and don't really get new ones, but when this came out, it stood out to me in a way I knew I had to have it. This one has neutral tones in it as well, but with some great shimmers added in there that are very unique. It's just a really beautiful palette, and I've been enjoying it for months. Next category is mascara. Now, I only have one mascara to share with you guys, which is the YSL Lash Clash Mascara. This one's really good. It does a great job at elongating and separating my lashes. I have real small lashes, and this is the first mascara that I've used that makes it look like my lashes have some type of length and volume to it. This one is really good. And the last category is gonna be fragrance. Now, I have so many fragrances that I love. I just have to tell you my favorite two at the moment. And since it's gotten warm, I've gravitated to more light, sort of brighter type fragrances. And my number one favorite at the moment is gonna be Fame from Paco Rabanne. I originally picked it up in this travel size, but when the Sephora sale starts, I'll be getting a full size because as you can tell, it's almost gone. Y'all, this is a beautiful warm floral. It has a little vanilla in here and jasmine. It's a very beautiful, just an ultimate beautiful, airy, clean smelling fragrance. I do have a full review up of this fragrance. You can click on the link right there to check it out, but I love this one at the moment. And another fragrance that I've been reaching for just as much as that one is Mon Guerlain from Guerlain. It's just a beautiful, gorgeous, just princess type smelling fragrance. It's warm and vanilla, but it's upbeat and fun. This is one of those fragrances when you smell it, it just puts you in a good mood and just helps to make you feel a little bit uplifted. And it's a really big compliment getter. Every time I wear it, somebody asks me what I'm wearing. So this one's Mon Guerlain from Guerlain. So that's it for my top 2 favorite products in every category. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed putting it together for you. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit subscribe on your way out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. 'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love. 'Cause too fresh with the scars.